Alright, we're going to be making a sour cream coffee cake with the crumb topping. Got my oven preset at 350. I got my 8-inch pan lightly greased up, ready to go. We're going to start off with the cinnamon crumb mixture. If you haven't guessed, this is my first video, so we're going to have fun, okay? Alright. So first we're going to take a 2/3 cup light brown sugar into a bowl. Then we got 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 2.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. And we're gonna whisk that together. We get a nice little mixture there. We're gonna get it all mixed up real good. And then we're gonna cut in some 6 tablespoons of cold butter, unsalted butter, cut into cubes. We got that pre-done right here for you, just to move things along. We'll get this in there. Then we're gonna cut it in with our pastry. In here, we're gonna mix it up, and it's okay if it ends up clumpy. You just work it in real good. Get that nice and clumpy in there. All right, and we're gonna chill this till we get to it later on. All right, now we're gonna start making our cake batter. So I'm gonna use 1/1/3 cups of all-purpose flour. Got a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we're gonna whisk that up and put it aside. Mix that up real well. Just like that. And we're gonna put it aside and start with the wet batter. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put in our 1/2 cup of butter, unsalted butter. Kind of broke it up into 2 to make it a little bit easier to mix. We'll get that in there. Then we're going to add our 3/4 cup of sugar. We're going to mix it on high for about 2 minutes. Alright, so it's now mixed, looks nice and smooth. Of course, we're going to bring it over here just so you can take a look at it. So after 2 minutes, we're going to go ahead and scrape the sides. We'll get this down here, we'll scrape the sides and the paddle nice and creamy. Then we're going to go ahead and add our eggs. Sour cream or vanilla. Get it all scraped up so it'll mix right in there. All right, so we have 2 large eggs at room temperature. We'll get that right in there. Without throwing in the shelves. All right. Got that in there. Got that back up. We got there 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract in there. Get every last bit. There we go. All right. We're gonna get that medium high. Then we're gonna go ahead and add in, once I stop it, we're gonna add in our half a cup of sour cream. Try to make it simple by pre-measuring out my stuff. Obviously, I'm not a camera personality. All right, then we're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of any kind of milk just to help make it smoothen it out there a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and beat that for a little bit more. All right, so the mixture is going to be a little bit lumpy. Got that blended pretty good there. And lower this down and scrape the sides a little bit, just to give you an idea. So, a little bit lumpy. We're going to go ahead and mix this up. I don't know if you can see that or not. Da-da-da. Sorry, I'm not a cameraman either. So, we'll get this mixed in here. Now we're going to add in our dry mix that we put together earlier. All right, so we're going to put this on. We're going to do this slowly and try to mix it in. Let's try it from this angle. Maybe you can see it. A little at a time. And we're just going to go ahead and blend that for a little bit. You want to be careful not to over mix the batter. Scrape the sides here some. Then we're going to continue mixing it a little bit more. Just a tad bit more. All right. All right, there we go. Nice silky looking batter there. Now we're going to get ready to pour it into the pan. All right, we're ready to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to do 2 layers. We're going to put some thin layer down here on the bottom of the pan. All right, so we're going to we got the first level in here. We're going to spread this out evenly. So we get a good layer of the batter. All right, so there we'll get a little, just a tad bit more. Like it thicker on the bottom. All right. So there we got our first thin layer of the batter. Then we're gonna sprinkle some of the crumble that we made earlier. That way it gives that swirl line in there. Then we're gonna put the rest of the batter on top. See, we got this here. So when that bakes, any clumps of butter that were mixed in there, they're just gonna melt right into there. The rest of this batter. Get that in there, spread that out evenly. And once we get that all spread out, we're going to put the remainder of the crumble all the way on top. We're going to load it up nice and thick. Get that stirred up right on there. And then we're gonna all right. See that? Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 32 to 38 minutes, depending on if your hot oven stays at the current temperature. All right. And we'll be back as soon as it's done. All right, gang, let's see how this came out. Oop, almost dropped it. But there we go. Puffed up a lot in the middle. It'll probably settle down here as it cools. Let's make sure it's looks pretty good. Looks like it's cooked all the way through. All right, so here's how it looks. Let it cool a little bit, then we'll taste it. All right, gang. Well, the time has finally come. We've gone ahead and cut into it. Had to get the family some first. Sorry, guys. All right. There's a slice of it. Nice and moist. Cooked all the way through. That's good. Thanks for humoring me and watching my very first video. My name's Kelly, and I hope to have some more. Thanks.